Good evening. I am Abhinav G of Mechanical 4th semester slot B, and my topic is Parliamentary form of government in India and the constitutional powers and status of the President of India. Okay, as the image is displayed, this is an image of an Indian parliamentary system. India chose this type of a parliamentary system mainly because they are greatly influenced by the system in England. And another main reason behind it is this type of a system can accommodate a diverse group within our population. The president is the head of the state. Here, state means country, and the prime minister is head of the government. The parliament is bicameral in nature. It consists of president and two houses, that is upper house and the lower house. The Council of Ministers are directly responsible to the Lok Sabha and stay in their office for the entire tenure. So this is the flowchart of our constitutional system. It is broadly classified into three categories: legislative, executive and judicial. The role of a legislative is to make the law, and the role of executive is to implement the law that is made by the legislative, and the role of judicial is to give justice to the law that is made by the legislative. President and parliament comes under legislative, and the parliament is again divided into two types, that is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay, under executive, prime minister and council of ministers come, and in judicial, Supreme Court, High Court and District Court. So now let's see some of the features of Indian parliamentary system. First one, close relationship between the legislative and the executive. Okay. All the members of the council of ministers must be a member of the parliament. Only leader from the majority party is appointed as a prime minister. Okay, on the advice of the council of ministers, the president can summon. Executive is responsible to the legislature. That is the second feature. That means council of ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. It means there is responsibility of every minister is responsibility of the entire council of ministers. Both the houses have the power to control the council of ministers. They have equal rights. Okay, the third one is dual executive. Okay, here dual means two. So that is real executive and nominal executive. The prime minister is head of the real executive, and president is head of the nominal executive. Fourth one, secrecy of procedure. This is a very important feature. Okay, here all the cabinet proceedings are secret. The members of the executive have to follow the principle of secrecy in the matters such as proceedings, executive meeting, policy making, etc. The Indian ministers take oath before they enter into the office that they maintain the secrecy. Leadership of the Prime Minister. Okay, PM is the leader of the majority party, as we all know. Bicameral system. Bicameral system, that is of two types, upper house and lower house. Your upper house is also known as Rajya Sabha. It consists of 245 members, out of which 233 are elected by the members of the Legislative Assembly and 12 are nominated by the President. Under lower house is also called as Lok Sabha. Okay, it has 553 total members, out of which 530 are elected by the from the states and 20 from union territories and 2 by the president. The final one is no fixed tenure. Okay, the term of government depends on its majority of party. Okay, if the ruling party cannot win the vote of confidence, then the government will fall. These are some of the main features of Indian parliamentary system. So let's see some of the merits of our Indian parliament system. First one, harmony between legislative and the executive. Okay, that means legislative and executive should maintain a very good friendly relationship between them in order to make a smooth functioning of the government. So government can pass or implement rules properly. Here, hence, leading of disputes between them will be reduced. Second one, responsible government. The parliament can check the activity of the executive. Here, the members of the parliament can also ask questions or raise any resolutions or discuss any matter that is related to the public issues. Flexibility. Our parliament can be able to respond promptly when a need for changes arise. So that is the meaning of flexibility. Representing diverse group. Okay, India is a country of various diverse group. For example, it has people of different caste, different race, different religion, different language, etc. So this gives an equal opportunity for every group, ethically, racially, linguistically, and ideologically, to share their views and opinions. Helps in preventing despotism. Okay. Despotism system where the rulers hold an absolute power, but our parliament are preventing despotism, this type of despotism. So these are the main merits of Indian parliamentary system. So as we saw the features and merits of the parliamentary system, there are even some loopholes and demerits in Indian parliamentary system, and some of them are mentioned below. No separation of powers. It does not encourage specialization in the act of government. That means that leads to inefficient in administration, unstable government. The tenure of the cabinet is not stable. Okay, since if the legislature cannot gain the majority of votes, then the entire government will fall. So that is an one of demerits. Party policy. Okay, in India we have a multi-party system. So if no party has won a clear majority, then that leads to a party politics. That leads to conflicts, corruption, and indirectly affects the government and the public. Dictatorship of the cabinet. Okay, here dictatorship of the cabinet means the entire power is vested in the hand of a single individual in a party. So this is one of the main demerits. Failure to take prompt decision. Okay, there is no fixed tenure enjoyed by the council of ministers, so they fail to take any bold or long-term decision in favor of the public. So these are some of the demerits of Indian parliamentary system. So till now we'll just do a recap of what I've discussed. So first, initially we saw what is an Indian parliamentary system, then went through some of the features. Then up next is merits and demerits. Powers and status of the President of India. Okay, as we all know, our current president is Ram Nath Kovind. Okay. President being the head of the parliament, executive and supreme commander of armed force, is fully empowered by the constitution to fulfill his judicial responsibility. He can also expert the advice of an attorney general and also chief justice in performing his judicial roles. And his term period is of 5 years. So how a president get elected? There is a series of steps and procedure in it. Okay, the presidents are elected by the members of the electoral college, okay, which consists of members of both houses, upper house and lower house, and legislative assembly of the state, and 2 union territories. Here 2 union territories which are the Delhi and Pondicherry. Okay, the oath of the president is administered by the Chief Justice of India. Okay, in his absence, the most senior judge of the Supreme Court replaces him. Okay, what are the eligibility for becoming a president? Okay, first important thing is he has to be a citizen of India and has to complete an age of 35 years. Okay, and you have to be qualified to be a member of a Lok Sabha. Okay, the qualification which includes like citizen of India, completed age of 35, you should have sound minded, etc. And important is you should not hold any office of profit under union or state government or any local or other authorities. Okay, powers of president. Okay, I have listed down the most important 8 powers of president, which are executive power, legislative power, military power, diplomatic power, judicial power, financial power, emergency power, pardoning power. The primary duty of the president is to preserve, protect, and defend the constitution and the law of our country. President is the supreme commander of Indian armed force. The president has the power to declare war against a country or conclude into a peace. A money bill can be introduced into the parliament only after the recommendation of the president. The president lays the annual financial statement, that is the union budget, before the parliament. President appoints the chief justice of the union judiciary and other judges by advice of the chief justice. All international treaties and agreements are negotiated and concluded on behalf of the president. The president can declare three types of emergency when it is required. They are national emergency, state emergency, and financial emergency. The bill passed by the parliament can become the law only after the approval of the president. Apart from this, there is another important power of that the president has. That is, he can grant pardons in the situation like punishment in favor of an offense against the union law. So these are the important major powers that the president has, which are listed in the below three slides. So from this, we can say that president plays a very important, vital role in the development of our country. And as a famous saying, presidents are selected, not elected. So I'll just do a recapitulation of the entire presentation. Initially, we saw about the parliamentary form of government in our country and some of the features, merits, and some of the demerits of our parliamentary form. And next, we saw about the powers and status of the president and important 8 powers which was listed down and explained in details. So I'd like to conclude by saying our country is one of the most developed democratic country in the world, and this type of a parliamentary system plays a vital role. As our constitution says, it is for the people, by the people, and of the people. We are the one who select a person to rule us. So choose the right person. Thank you.